Day 161 of the Ukrainian war map, otherwise known as the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Juzzy here, and today is just a bit of a quick update as I continue with this series of videos that takes a bit of a down-to-earth approach, simplified look and feel to the day-by-day happenings on the Ukrainian war map. As per usual, I like to start with the Russian losses. Now, these losses are quite approximate, but there has been a bit of an uptick in the last day or so for the Russian losses, the soldiers, for instance. So it's about 170 or so that it's in terms of losses. I don't like to use deaths. It's always sad when someone, passes. I mean, I'm sure the Russian people are good people, like Ukrainian people. Sometimes the political side of things isn't so great, though, is it? But I also say watch this space, because once Russia has used up all of its 200,000 or so of its intended soldiers for the war that they're actually pulling on Ukraine, then I feel like they're really going to switch gears and have to pull back into their own territory or just stay in the Donbas region. So it's very interesting to see how that's going to happen. We'll jump down and see some of the changes here. So really just, there's 6 tanks, more losses on the Russian side there, a few artillery and 8 armored combat vehicles. There's always a lot that get exploded there. Now let's go directly to the map and have a bit of a look and feel. So starting off in the northern arena, there's not much been going on there, probably because of the military parades that Russia is currently having or finishing up in on Russian soil over there. Sumy and the Kharkiv regions, pretty similar, all part of the northern part of the war where there's not too much going on. But once we go down to the Donbas region, and as we know, definitely a big military or strategic objective of Russia to take all of the Donbas, this white negative space still haven't taken. They did have a bit of a push somewhere here in the last, I'll just go back 1 or 2 days on the map. If that decides to load, here we go. So they took this little square, this little encircled area. Of course, what they want to do is take probably the next biggest city here, which is Bakhmut, followed by the largest leftover city in the Donbas region, which is Kramatorsk right there. All written in Ukraine, of course, here. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens there. But all the interesting stuff is probably happening down in terms of news in the Kherson region here. So we've got Kherson City, which is part of the larger Kherson Oblast, otherwise known as the province or the state in a way there. Russian forces have taken a great deal of the Kherson region so far, not everything, but they are actually mostly, they've added reinforcement soldiers. They've doubled the amount of soldiers, like I said yesterday, so they went from about 12,000 to 25 to 30,000 soldiers on the north bank of this waterway, otherwise known as the Dnipro River here. They're having problems getting to and from the north bank to the south side here because 2 bridges were destroyed. One was a rail bridge, one was a car bridge, and there's a dam up the north. Actually, right here is where the dam is, but that's a little bit further away from the action, you could say there. Russian forces have also attempted to put some pontoons down, but they've been unsuccessful there as well. So if I just jump over to the Antonivka bridge here, they wanted to put pontoons down here, haven't been so successful. They've sort of just downsized to a ferry, which is horrendously slow to move things back and forth. So the Russian forces aren't having too much luck there. And interestingly to me, a few things here. So how they've added extra forces, soldiers, to the north bank of Kherson here. They've had to actually take away from the Donbas region. Theoretically, they've had to take soldiers from somewhere. I spoke about this, I think, last week when I theorized that them needing to add more soldiers here because of an upcoming counteroffensive from the Ukrainian side. They've added more forces there, the 30,000 mark or so, which is problematic for the Russian military. They can't seem to fight on 2 major offensives at once, so they're not really good at that. So they're stretching their resources thin, in other words there. Now you may have heard in the news that the HIMARS rocket systems, there's been 4 new ones supplied to Ukraine. It's on Ukrainian soil right now, and this is where it gets really super interesting. Just to me, I've just been having a quick look at this, and the HIMARS rockets, they have a operational range of about 77 or 80 kilometers. So let's say one of these is operating from just north of Mykolaiv right here. Probably it'd be on one of the highways. If we were to pop the ruler here, go from here to here, you'll see that it's a range of 88 kilometers roughly there. So isn't it funny how the Russian forces haven't gone beyond the HIMARS? Well, they're not within the HIMARS range, I'll say. They don't have any real counter forces to really counter the HIMARS rocket systems. As you might remember, HIMARS rocket systems are these really highly precision guided missile systems supplied by US there. But if we jump back to the map here, you might be asking me, well, what if you put a ruler from, say, the south highway of Mykolaiv to the Kherson region here? We can get some Russian soldiers there, because that's only 43 kilometers. Here's my issue with that really ever happening. If you zoom in, Kherson is a fairly nicely sized city. We can see there's a lot of residential districts and areas there. So that's why as you go up the north bank of the river, I don't want topographical, you'll see that it spreads further away. So they're further away because they're worried of all the protection the Ukrainian HIMARS has from the inland protection going on the highways. So my guess is if Russia does try to make an offensive move to move further into Ukrainian territory here, they're just going to probably get decimated by the HIMARS. In my humble opinion, we'll see how it goes. I don't think they're going to get much further than here. Kind of like the Donbas, where they're a little bit stuck over here as well. Anyway, this was meant to be a bit of a quick video. I know you guys are busy, as am I today, but I'll get into some of the quick news. Now, the first grain shipments from the Odessa port down here have made it all the way to Turkey, with many more to follow, as per the advice from the Ukrainian government there. Also, just on the topic of the HIMARS systems, Russia actually says that it destroyed 6 HIMARS. US replied saying this is patently false. And it just reminds me of the old expression, nothing is ever confirmed until the Russian government denies it. Not exactly a fitting expression, but just reminds me of that one there. And that's about it, guys. So I'm just going to leave it there for now. So thanks for watching. Please leave a comment, subscribe, hit that like button. Of course, you'll see lots of trolls in the comments, but lots of nice people too, and I really, really dig that. So yeah, do smash a like just to drown some of those people out. But thanks again, and I do hope to see all of you guys there in the next one.